So we have Hondo and Asmorgan back again, and they're up to their usual schemes. An Imperial freighter that has been abandoned by the Empire has floated into an atmospheric storm. The freighter has proton bombs, which the rebellion needs desperately. Hondo and Asmorgan come up with a scheme to attempt to get the proton bombs, including some treasure that they're after, off of the freighter. However, they enlist the crew for their assistance. The crew manages to get aboard the freighter with Zeb in charge of the mission. Of course, Ezra disagrees with this decision as he feels that this should be his mission and he should be in charge. Once aboard, the crew encounters an Ugnaught by the name of Melchin, one of Hondo's crew members who was left behind after the freighter was trapped in the atmospheric storm. Chopper restores power to the freighter so the crew can get to the cargo deck. However, by doing so, he has activated the sentry droids on the ship. Once the crew has located the bombs, they begin to transfer them over to the Ghost. Meanwhile, Hondo and Asmorgan fight over a case that they believe contains treasures. However, Asmorgan gives up the fight over the case and goes on a search for other treasures among the ship. After Asmorgan goes missing for a while, Zeb goes searching for him when he runs into a sentry droid. Zeb and Asmorgan are captured by the sentry droids. However, Ezra rescues them from the holding block. The crew encounters the sentry droid again. However, out of fear, Asmorgan takes out the sentry droid with a fury of blasts. However, all he has done is activated the other sentry droids by engaging the first sentry droid. So a battle ensues with the crew attempting to load the rest of the bombs while escaping. Hondo and Asmorgan make it across to the Ghost with the case that they believe holds treasure. Zeb and Ezra attempt to make it across as well. When the line that is holding the proton bombs is cut, the bombs fall from the sky along with Ezra and Zeb. However, Zeb is able to grab the line and Ezra at the same time and pull them both into safety back into the Ghost. Hondo and Asmorgan open the case only to find that Melchin the Ugnaught has stowed away in it so he would not be left behind again by Hondo. Alright guys, so I wanted to get into my final thoughts for this episode. This was a very kid-friendly episode with the theme of friendship. Ezra learns where Hondo's loyalties lie when it comes between treasure and friends. Now, we all know and understand that this is a kids show, first and foremost, so the adult fans like myself can't get too upset when we get an episode like this. The common term is filler for episodes like this, but again, this is a kids show, so I don't think we can actually call this filler. I mean, sure, it doesn't really further the story, and it doesn't touch on any of the major arcs that we saw in the beginning of the season, like Maul and Ezra's turn to the dark side. It's just a fun episode with a life lesson on trust and friendships. So while the episode didn't excite me or wow me, it was still silly fun. So my score for this week's episode is a 5.0. While the kid in me enjoyed the silliness and fun of the episode, the adult in me was looking for something that would move the story forward. Again, a lot of fun with this episode, but really no meat for the adult in me to sink my teeth into. But let me know what you guys think of this episode and the season so far. Do you think that there were too many so-called filler episodes for this season? Were you hoping to get more of Maul and Thrawn to this point of the season? Please voice your opinions in the comments. I will be looking for them and responding to them. But I want to thank you guys very, very much for watching the video. And please like and subscribe. And may the Force be with you always.